Hey friends, this is Renee from Little Village Homestead, and today I'm going to show you how I make a classic rice pudding. We'll be right back. Okay friends, I'm going to show you the way that I make my classic rice pudding. It's very simple. First I'm going to start out with a half a cup of long grain rice. Now if you got cooked rice, well then you can skip this part. But anyway, a half a cup of that. I'm going to put in a cup of water and just about a quarter teaspoon of salt. Just a little bit. And that's that. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to bring this up to a boil. And then when it's boiling, I'm going to turn it down on low and I'm going to cover it. Give it a little stir. I'm going to cover it and I'm going to time it for about 20 minutes. And when I get to that point, I'll be back and I'll show you the rest of it. You can see it is boiling, so I'm going to turn it down on low. Yep, boiling real good. I'm sure you can see that right there. I'll put it down on low. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. And when that's all done, we'll be back. Okay friends, my rice is done. I'm going to check this. Yep. Nice and fluffy and tender. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to put our quarter cup of sugar in here. And we're going to put a cup and a third of milk. Now I do it in the same pot because if you stir it, it'll wind up deglazing the bottom so that you won't scorch it and then nothing will stick. So just while that's nice and warm, while you got the heat off, stir that up. And just work on deglazing the bottom. And it'll work pretty good. Okay, my bottom feels pretty good. Everything's mixed up in there good, so now I'm going to turn the heat back up on the medium. And I'm going to cook this for about another 10 minutes or so because I want it nice and creamy. And of course, the longer you cook it, the creamier and the starchier it's going to get. But this is good right here. So I'm just going to stir that up. And I'm going to keep cooking it for about another 10 minutes until it's nice and thick and luscious, and I'll be right back. Okay friends, I am back, and as you can see, this is nice and creamy. It's done. I turned my heat off. So I'm going to start adding my other ingredients, and we're going to do a nice pinch of cinnamon here. Okay, there we go. It's probably about an eighth of a teaspoon. We're going to do a quarter teaspoon of vanilla. I'm sorry, pure vanilla. And then I have got 1 egg yolk. And of course, I don't want to put it right in there without tempering it. You see, I'm tempering it here. I'm going to temper this up. And then I'll pour it in there and I'll stir it like a crazy man. Because I don't want to cook that egg, but that egg is tempered. Okay? So I'm going to pour that in there and I'm going to just immediately stir. Stir, stir, stir. There we go. Get that all stirred up beautifully. And just keep stirring it. And boy, this is just, I got to turn this off. It's just the way I like it. thick, but yet you can tell it's rice pudding. If you cook it too long, of course they'll swell up and break down completely, and it still tastes good, but it, you know, you won't be able to tell. And then it'll look like almost like vanilla pudding. But you can see the nice chunks of rice in there. All right, now with that, I'm going to add my other things. Now most of the time, people will put in raisins, but I like putting in cranberries. That is what I love. And I'm going to put in a tablespoon of butter. Now I'm going to mix that up real good. The heat's off. We're not going to turn the heat back on. I'm just going to mix that up really good until that butter's all melted and it's all incorporated. And oh, that just is lovely. Now you can serve this warm, or you can chill it and serve it. And that's the way I like it. I like it chilled. I know there's people out there that like it warm, and by all means, have it warm. It's wonderful. But my favorite is chilled. So, with that being said, I'm going to serve these in my little dishes here. Isn't that beautiful? And I've got 3 of them that I'm gonna, I might wind up using 4. Well, looks like 3 it's gonna be. Okay. And there we have it, friends. Once that's chilled, that is going to be wonderful. And you can just take and give a light dusting of cinnamon on the top before you serve it. It'll be fantastic. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.